I am sitting here under the old oak tree where my ancestors have sat, their spirits still whispering in the wind, guiding my words. I will share with you a story, one that carries the weight of time, the depth of the land, and the wisdom passed down by my people. This is a story of a young woman who sought wealth in the world, but found something much deeper in herself. Her name, like many who have walked this earth, is lost to time, but her journey I will never forget. Once, in the days before our people settled into the modern world, there was a young woman who wandered the lands. She was driven, yes, driven by the need for something she couldn't name. She sought wealth, fame, and the approval of others. She thought that with enough silver and gold, with enough recognition, she would find peace. She traveled far and wide, through towns and villages, speaking to those who could give her something to fill the void inside her. She would accumulate fine things, beautiful fabrics from distant lands, jewelry that shimmered like the stars, and the praise of those who admired her success. But no matter how much she gained, no matter how many people admired her, she felt empty. One morning, as the sun was rising over the valley, she found herself at the foot of the mountains, an ancient place where our people had always gone for reflection and solace. There, high among the peaks, lived an old woman. This woman, known only to a few, was said to be wise beyond measure. She lived alone in the mountains, away from the distractions of the world. It was said that she had the power to see into the hearts of those who came seeking guidance. The young woman, lost and weary from her quest, climbed the mountain with determination. She had no more answers to her questions, and the ache in her heart grew louder each day. She sought out the old woman, hoping that perhaps she could find the thing she was missing. When the young woman finally reached the summit, she was out of breath. She stood before the elder and, without wasting time, said, "I have everything I thought I needed. I have riches, praise, and status. But still, I feel empty. I don't know what is wrong with me." The elder looked at her with eyes full of understanding. There was no judgment in her gaze, only the quiet knowing of one who has seen many walk the path the young woman was on. She beckoned for the young woman to follow her and led her to a cave hidden among the rocks. Inside, the air was cool and still, and at the center of the cave was a pool of water. It was calm, undisturbed, like a mirror reflecting the very soul of the world. "Look into the water," the elder instructed, her voice soft but firm. The young woman, unsure but desperate for answers, knelt beside the pool. As she gazed into the water, she saw her own reflection. She looked exactly as she always had, young, beautiful, with eyes full of longing. But as she stared deeper, something strange began to happen. Her reflection began to shift, as though the water itself was alive. In the depths of the pool, she saw herself, not just as she was, but as all she could be. She saw her strength, her resilience. She saw moments of joy, of laughter, of wisdom, and of healing. She saw a woman who stood firm like the oak tree, unshaken by the storms that had come before. She saw a spirit that could endure, that could rise again after every fall. She saw her potential, untapped, raw, and full of promise. The image shifted again, and she saw herself surrounded by the people she loved, the community she had once walked alongside. She saw herself helping others, not with the wealth she had accumulated, but with the kindness and wisdom she had gained through hardship. She saw herself in harmony with the earth, her footsteps leaving a trail of growth wherever she went. Tears welled in her eyes as she turned to the elder. I don't understand. I have been searching for wealth and success outside of myself, but now I see that the true riches I seek are within me. The elder nodded slowly, her voice a soft murmur in the cave's silence. The wealth you seek is not out there, my child. It is within you. You must understand who you are before you can truly know what you need. All that you seek, recognition, status, and riches, are fleeting. But the wealth that lives within you, the wisdom and strength you carry, will never fade. The young woman, for the first time in many years, felt a sense of peace settle over her. She had been searching for answers in all the wrong places. The world outside her had been full of noise, and in that noise, she had lost herself. Now, in the quiet of the mountains, she had found something more precious than any silver or gold. With gratitude in her heart, she left the cave, her steps lighter than they had been in years. She realized that her journey had never been about external wealth, but about understanding herself, her inner strength, her potential, and her purpose. She knew now that she must walk a different path, one rooted in self-discovery and a deeper connection to the world around her. And so, she did. Lesson: the quest for external success must first begin with self-discovery. You must understand your own value and purpose before you can truly achieve what you seek. True wealth, as the elder knew, is not something you find by accumulating material possessions. It is something that resides deep within you, in the strength of your spirit, the depth of your wisdom, and the love you carry for those around you. And so, the young woman returned to the world, not with treasures in hand, but with a heart full of purpose and a soul that knew its true worth. This story, passed down by my ancestors, carries the essence of our teachings, the belief that all we seek is already within us.